Hello, beautiful people. How are we? My name is Mel, and I'm a twin flame. I have been on this journey for 4 years now, and what a ride. As most of you, well, any of you who are truly twin flames would know, it's an interesting experience, an incredible experience, very humbling experience. And well, the journey home to self, right? It's an amazing gift. I also can appreciate how challenging it can be along the way. And the reason why I'm making this video here today is I'm hoping to bring together a community of people who are on this journey and who are truly in a place where they really want to help themselves. I feel as though finally on my journey I'm in a position where I'm feeling so whole and complete within. I'm feeling a deep and powerful union to myself, and it feels amazing. It really, really does. And whatever my mirror is showing me isn't affecting me the way that it used to. And I'm on this ride not knowing exactly what's going to happen, just as everybody else is. I really do believe we have no guarantees with any of this. It's just about following our alignment and believing and trusting that our highest will bring to us exactly what we need in each moment. And even though I don't have any guarantees for my future and my physical union with my twin, that's completely okay. And I'm so okay with that. And I guess what I would have wanted on my journey as I was going through all the different layers of self, you feel like a bit of an onion peeling back everything and all the work that you're doing. Sometimes it feels like you're peeling back and there's not going to be anything left of you at the end of it all. I totally get that. There's so much work that is done on this path, and it shows you parts of yourself that you didn't even realize were there, ways that you're holding yourself back or hiding, or shadow aspects that you really don't want to face. And I guess if I was to go back and think of anything that I would have wanted on this journey, I think it would have been someone to share their experience with me, or someone that maybe can come from a quite a balanced place and give me sound advice. I think there are a lot of incredible people out there who are doing some amazing work for sure, and that certainly a lot of them have helped me as well. But I don't know, I guess in a lot of ways I'm ready to share my own story to the extent that I feel comfortable, but more from the aspect, not the specifics of, delving into my own privacy and his privacy, but maybe the lessons that I've learned and how I've overcome a lot of the things, and just key reminders for self as you're going through this process, because I know it is challenging. And although it is one of the greatest gifts that we'll ever receive, it's also probably one of the most difficult things. And I feel like the last 4 years have been a full-time job, really, honestly, working on myself and peeling back all this stuff. It's been intense and quite humbling. I've had the call to share, I guess, about my twin flame journey, or my experience with all of this, for quite some time now. And for a long time I resisted it. I didn't feel like I was ready, or I didn't feel like I knew enough, or I had it all figured out. And the truth is now, from the perspective that I'm sitting at right now, I don't think anybody has anything figured out in any given moment. It's all about trusting our own divine guidance and our own intuition, and I'm finally ready to actually do that when it comes to this. Other aspects of my life, it's been far easier, but as I'm sure most of you can relate, this is a really intense, sacred journey, and you have to go to some really intimate places, and sharing that space with other people, it's a little confronting, it's a little scary, but I feel like I'm ready to go there. It's actually kind of funny because I consider myself to be a bit of a twin flame magnet. I joke around with this a lot with my friends who are twin flames. I haven't had a home base in 5 years now, and I've been moving around a lot, and I don't exactly share this information with people freely, but it just seems every time I go to a new place, I keep meeting twins all over the place. You know, somebody starts sharing something with me, and all of a sudden all of my ears perk up, and I'm like, oh, I know what this is, you know, and I get my goosebumps, which is, you know, Spirit's little confirmation and reminder for me about things. You know, there's different ways that I connect with the divine, but that's one of them for confirmation. So I've been, even though I haven't been doing this publicly necessarily, but certainly in my private life, I've had a lot of experience with not only my own journey and all the work that I've done, but also the work of a lot of my friends who are some of my most sacred soul family members now. You know, we've been through a lot together. So I understand all the perspectives and things like that. So I'm just hoping that this will grow into a community where we can learn and share from each other. I'd like to help all of you the best that I can. Just see where we go. I have no real agenda with all of this. I'm just, you know, trusting and surrendering to this entire process and hoping that it will serve. You know, it'll serve you and help you get through your lessons and get through your experience so that you can find that inner peace and union within sooner rather than later. So I think there's a couple of different ways I want to do this. I'm feeling called to work with people over email, and also I am a coach in my regular job, so also doing some work over Skype, things like that. So if you have questions specific to your situation, or how to uncover certain blocks, or how to go through certain things or certain challenges that you're facing, we can certainly nut that out. And I like to take quite a direct approach, you know, going through those beliefs, or, you know, undoing all of that programming, you know, raising your vibration, all of these sorts of things, healing the inner child. You know, there's tons of different stuff that we can work with that I have in my toolbox of different tips and tricks that I've discovered over the years that have served me and helped me. You know, in future, I hope to speak about a number of different things, you know, how to deal with the silence, because we've all experienced that, or third-party issues, you know, what do you do when your twin flame's in another relationship with another person? What about love after the twin, or love while you're still in the twin dynamic? You know, I firmly believe that this person is always going to be there on some level, you know, and unconditionally loving someone is accepting them for their choices, no matter what choices that they're making. And at times, you know, sometimes we need to open ourselves to other relationships as well and learn and grow from other people, because at times it's easier to do that with another than it is to do with your twin, because everything is so much more intense. I want to talk about waiting, you know, and not from a place of holding space, you know, but waiting is in like putting your entire life on hold. If you're feeling like that, or if you're living your life by tarot readings and just thinking, oh, well, this date, this is going to happen, or he'll wake up, or she'll wake up, or they'll finally realize, all these sorts of things, that's not the kind of energy that you want to be in. That's not moving forward in life. You know, there's so much more to that, to your experience. And it's really, this whole thing is to put on your own trajectory, you know, and to propel you forward to becoming your truest self. So it's not about waiting for somebody else to give you the validation or to give you the love that you don't feel you have. It's about filling your own cup and going and discovering who you are and using that person as fuel, you know, using it in a positive way. I also want to talk about making it happen, you know, like really forcing things. I mean, coming from experience, I'm a triple Aries, so if anyone likes to make things happen, it's this girl. So I know what it's like. I just kind of you know, especially at the beginning of this experience, I was like, I took it like a massive project. I was like, right, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do all the healing for both of us. And I went mental with all of that and completely burned myself out, you know. I just thought, right, I can make this happen for both of us, all this kind of stuff. But universe, you know, is teaching you so many lessons. And a powerful lesson that I have been taught is surrender and trusting in the unknown and what's not certain, and believing that what's always for you will come to you. You know, what's for you will never go past you. And believing that you're worthy of having everything that you want, and being patient enough and trusting fully that it's coming, you know? Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. The anger, you know, I've definitely peeled back a lot of layers of anger and the grief of it all, and yeah, some powerful lessons in reframing and seeing things from a different perspective. And sometimes it's easier to have somebody help you do that, because looking in the mirror isn't always easy. You know, you don't always like what you see in the mirror, and it's far easier to blame someone else than to take responsibility for how we're contributing or how we're showing up in our life. So if you feel like this is for you and you need any help, I'm here. I'm open to working with you. I'm also open to working with people in a public way. If they have general questions about certain things, you know, feel free to drop comments in the questions in the comments box. If you have a general question about how to go through something like that, you know, whatever's challenging you in that moment, if you have a general question, you can pop that below and I can address that in a video, and we can work through it together so that everybody can be served. But if it's more private and specific in nature, then I would rather that to be addressed over email in a brief format, if possible, please. So I'm sending all of you a lot of love and a lot of light on your journey, and I'm really grateful to be here with you, and I hope that these videos will serve you, and I'm wishing you all the best for your journey. Lots of love. Ciao for now.